in Myanmar, along with key interlocutors in tow.
Sir.
The chief of the KLO has claimed that he will be taking part in bilateral peace talks with the government of India. There have been reports of the active mediation of Himanta Biswa Sarma, the Chief Minister of Assam. A date on such an agreement is not known, but sources indicate a breakthrough could be achieved this week. The KLO was formed in December 1995 by students from the indigenous Rajbangshi community. They launched an armed struggle to form a Kamtapur state comprising districts of North Bengal and Assam. The outfit was banned by the government in 1997. Since then, they've been constantly changing base from the jungles of Bhutan to Bangladesh and recently hiding in the jungles of Myanmar.
If the peace deal with KLO comes through, undoubtedly it's going to be a big win for the Modi government. Having said that, the presence of KLO chief in India in itself is a step towards a victory. It remains to be seen what's going to be the framework of this peace deal. Will KLO give up arms? And the fact that whether at all this is now going to push the Alpha in Assam to come onto the negotiating table.
In the last few years, since the Modi government took over, several insurgent and terror groups have come to the table. KLO interlocutors are confident that this time peace will be permanent. Will New Delhi take the next step now? A Republic TV report.
Don't know what I can okay.
Let me also bring in my colleague Ishan Dev, who's going to join us from the Bangla newsroom. Ishan Dev, just quickly walk us through the details of what we know so far. Jibon Chingo is already in India, at least if you go by the videos that have been accessed. Do we have any idea as far as whether the talks have already begun?
Shravan, the talks are yet to begin, and Jivan Singh, as you have shown in your reportage, that Jivan Singh, who was in his hideout for a long time, and he has come overground, and from outside India he has come into India, and through the mediation of the interlocutors, they have reached at a table from where they can have considerable discussions with the concerned authorities of government of India. We have this is known to us so far, and as you are saying that this problem is a long-standing problem in the northern parts of West Bengal, and you know that KLO finds its roots in the students' organization named as All Kamtapur Students Union, or AKSU, and when AKSU, the leadership of AKSU, decided that it will go for an armed struggle for creation of a separate Kamtapur nation, at that point of time they approached the ULFA, that is known as a terrorist outfit in Assam, and coming into a collaboration with ULFA, they created this militant organization named as KLO. And not only Jiban Singh, Tom Adhikari and Milton Burman were also there in the leadership, but they are already in the mainstream. Tom and Milton. Jiban Singh was in his hideout, and now he has come back. And so far as we are concerned, that a treaty can be reached at such a situation has been created, and after the talks ends, KLO leadership can announce that they are going to surrender. Sawan.
Well, thank you very much, Ishan Dev, for getting us the latest. But now we're going to get you an interview that gives you a fair idea of what's really happening. KLO chief Jivan has already claimed that he will be taking part in the bilateral peace talks with the government of India with the active mediation of Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma. Republic also spoke to Biswajit Ray, the interlocutor of the case. He had some startling revelations to make. In fact, he was the person who was in touch with Jivan Shangu, and the fact that it was he who had brought Jivan Shangu inside India and he was present there. So what is it that they are now going to talk with the government of India? What are the conditions of this particular deal? Listen into this exclusive conversation that I and my colleague Payuk had with Biswajit Ray, KLO's interlocutor. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on the cusp of a historic agreement being signed between the government of India and the KLO, the Kamtapur Liberation Organization. For the longest time, the KLO has been a threat to states like Assam and West Bengal. There has been a demand for a separate state, leading to several violent activities taking place especially in North Bengal and several districts of Assam. Finally, it turns out that the chief of KLO has agreed to sign a peace accord with the government of India. Joining us on this special broadcast is Biswajit Ray. He's the interlocutor from the side of the KLO, the man who's been part of the committee trying to figure out a midway for the KLO and the government of India. Biswajit, thank you very much for speaking to Republic TV. Let me straight away begin by asking you, Jiban Singh was here, is he right now in India? That's what reports are suggesting. Tell us what has really changed. The man who was on the run, the man who has been changing countries, has finally now decided that it's game over and he wants to sign a peace deal with the government of India.
KLO, Kamtapur Liberation Organization, demanding reorganization of separate Kamtapur state since 1993. And same time, the Assam and Bengal का जितना democratic organization है, वो लोग भी 5 दशक since 50 years demand करा रहा है कि then Home Minister Vallabhbhai Patel between last king of Kamtapur, Sir Jagadish Narayan, 1949-28 अगस्त जो मर्जर एग्रीमेंट हुआ, उस मर्जर एग्रीमेंट में स्पष्ट भावे लिखा है कि उन लोगों को सेपरेट स्टेट दिया जाएगा, सी कैटेगरी सेपरेट स्टेट दिया जाएगा. लेकिन आफ्टर इंडिपेंडेंस ऑफ इंडिया 1947 का 2 साल बाद में ये मर्जर एग्रीमेंट होके ये हम लोग का जो कोस्ट बिहार जो स्टेट था, वो प्रिंसली स्टेट जो था, वो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया का साथ जुड़ी हुआ है. तो उस टाइम में जो एग्रीमेंट में जो स्पष्ट भाव लिखा है कि हम लोग को गो स्टेट सी कैटेगरी स्टेट दिया जाएगा, वो बाद में गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया डिवाइड एंड पॉलिसी करके हम लोग को डिवाइड किया, वो हम लोग को नहीं दिया. फिर हम लोग को डिवाइड किया दिया, बंगाल, बिहार, मेघालय, आसाम, ऐसा तरफ से हम लोग को भाग करके हम लोग का जो ऐक्य था उनको डिस्ट्रॉय कर दिया. फिर हम लोग आसाम और बंगाल का जो डेमोक्रेटिक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, डेमोक्रेटिक मूवमेंट करके ये मांग रहा है कि जो हम लोग को जस्टिस मिलना चाहिए, जो मिलना चाहिए अकॉर्डिंग टू 1949-28 जो मर्जर एग्रीमेंट, वो हम लोग को दिया जाएगा. अनुरूप जो KLO शिव जीवन सिंह फ्रॉम 1993 वो सॉवरेनिटी डिमांड करके वो हाथ में आर्म्स लेके वो चला गया. तो इसीलिए हम लोग अभी एक हो गया. जीवन सिंह जो सॉवरेनिटी डिमांड है वो छोड़ करके अभी गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया अंडर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया का साथ बात करके पीस तो करके जो हम लोग का जो मूल मुद्दा है, जो डिमांड है, जो लेजिटिमेटिक डिमांड है, वो मांग करके अभी गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया के साथ बात करने के लिए वो आ गया. और हम लोग भी एज ए पीस कमेटी हम लोग ये गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया बिटवीन KLO का साथ जो बात हो रहा है, जो बात करने के लिए तो थोड़ी
विश्वजीत,
यस
विश्वजीत, जो मैं समझने की कोशिश कर रहा हूं वो ये है कि क्या आप ये कह रहे हैं कि अभी भी जीवन सिंह अभी भी वही मांग कर रहे हैं कि सेपरेट स्टेट हो? क्या वो मांग अभी भी है कि आप उसमें कुछ बदलाव दिख रहा है कि बिना सेपरेट स्टेट के भी पीस टॉक्स हो सकते हैं और वो डिमांड वो गिव अप करने के लिए तैयार हो चुके हैं?
हाँ, वो तो पहले से सोवरेन कमटापुर डिमांड किया, लेकिन अभी गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया थोड़ा आश्वास दिया था ये जो मुद्दा है सेपरेट स्टेट का जो मुद्दा है वो मुद्दा लेके बात करेंगे, ये सॉल्व करने के लिए कोशिश करेंगे. और ये जो हम बताया जीवन सिंह जी को, तो वो बोला ठीक है सहमत हो गए, इसीलिए वो सोवरेनिटी डिमांड करके अभी मेन स्ट्रीम आके वो बात कर रहा है. वो पहले भी स्पष्ट करके दिया था जब तक ये राज्य स्टेट नहीं होगा, रिफॉर्मेशन सेपरेट कमटापुर नहीं मिलेगा, तब तक हम लोग बात करने के लिए भारत भूमि में नहीं आएंगे, बात नहीं करेंगे. तो अभी जीवन सिंह इसीलिए आ गया कि गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया सेपरेट जो स्टेट का डिमांड है वो सॉल्व करने के लिए तैयार हो गया. एग्री हो गया, इसीलिए आ गया। तो जीवन सिंह को पहली बार भी 1 इंची वो लेन छोड़ के वो नहीं बोला कि हम 1 इंच छोड़ के तो हम जो मेन मुद्दा है कमोटापुर डिमांड उससे हम भागे आएंगे, पीछे आएंगे, ऐसा नहीं हुआ। अभी भी वो इंडियन टेरिटरी नहीं, वो फुल प्लेज एक स्टेट डिमांड करके वो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट का साथ जो डेलीगेशन है उन लोगों से बात कर रहा है। और हम लोग भी चाहते हैं कि आसाम, बंगाल और बिहार लेके जितना हम लोग 18 डिस्ट्रिक्ट लेके जो डिमांड कर रहा है वो जस्टिस देगा। और जीवन सिंह भी यही चाहता है कि बंगाल का 8 डिस्ट्रिक्ट, बिहार का 3 डिस्ट्रिक्ट और आसाम को जो सोरभोग, बरपेटा डिस्ट्रिक्ट का सोरभोग लेके जो अनडिपेंडेंट गोवालपाड़ा जिला है सारा लेके एक सेपरेट स्टेट कमोटापुर दिया जाएगा। वो पीछे नहीं आता और कोई कॉम्प्रोमाइज भी नहीं करना चाहते, वो स्पष्ट भावे ये बोल के दिया सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट।
विश्वजीत, आप इतने सारे केएलओ लीडर्स के साथ, यू आर इन टच विद ऑल दिस केएलओ लीडर्स एंड इनफैक्ट जीवन सिंह, who approached first? Is it Jibon Shingo who understood that his game is going to end and he approached the Indian government with a specific demand?
Since 2010, Jibon Singh tried to communicate to government of India. उस टाइम then होम मिनिस्टर पी चिदम्बरम था, असम का गवर्नमेंट लेड तरुण गोगोई जी था, पश्चिम बंगाल का चीफ मिनिस्टर ममता दीदी को मैंने खुद चिट्ठी लेके भेजा कि जीवन सिंह मेन स्ट्रीम में आके बात करने के लिए साजू है, रेडी हो गया, तो आप लोग थोड़ा इसमें कोऑपरेशन करना है। बाद में उस टाइम कांग्रेस गवर्नमेंट ने ये बात करने के लिए थोड़ा डिले किया, तो ये सारा जो इंटरेस्ट है बाद में फिर स्टॉप हो गया। फिर और 2021 से शुरू हो गया। तो जो अभी जो हम लोग का गृह मंत्री है अमित शाह जी से उनका मीडिएटर ने डायरेक्टली टॉक किया। गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया का होम मिनिस्ट्री अमित शाह जी बोला कि ठीक है, अगर वो सॉवरेनिटी डिमांड सर के अगर बात करने चलते हम लोग रेडी है। तो मैंने सुना है उस टाइम आसाम का चीफ मिनिस्टर को तो जिम्मेदारी दे दिया, तुम जीवन सिंह से बात करो, जीवन सिंह क्या चाहते सब कुछ करने के लिए उनको जिम्मेदारी दिया। और गवर्नमेंट ऑफ आसाम का जो चीफ मिनिस्टर है वो भी बाय टेलीफोन जीवन सिंह से बात किया, कई बार बात किया, हम भी बात करके चीफ मिनिस्टर से बात किया और चीफ मिनिस्टर का जो रिप्रेजेंटेटिव है उनसे भी हम लोग बात किया। तो बाद में 2021 का 3 दिसंबर में डॉक्टर हिमंत बिश्व शर्मा ने अखबार में एक ट्वीट किया करके वो वेलकम किया जो जीवन सिंह मेन स्ट्रीम में आगे बात करना चाहते हैं, इसलिए हम खुशी है और ये आदरणीय पदक्षेप है। तो 2021 दिसंबर से ये शुरू हो गया। तो पहले मैं भी था, डायरेक्टली होम मिनिस्टर का ऑफिस में बिहार से बात हो गया, आसाम का चीफ मिनिस्टर से बाय ओवर टेलीफोन कॉन्फ्रेंस में बात भी किया। तो ये अभी जो डेवलपमेंट है इसमें सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट का पूरा आंतरिकता है, आसाम गवर्नमेंट का जो चीफ मिनिस्टर है माननीय डॉक्टर हिमंत बिश्व शर्मा का अवदान है, इसीलिए वो आ गया। और मेरा मानना है कि गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया जो आश्वास देके जीवन सिंह को अभी इंडिया में लेके गया, इसमें आसाम गवर्नमेंट, बंगाल गवर्नमेंट, बिहार गवर्नमेंट, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट को ये सब करने के लिए सहायता कीजिए, ये हम लोग का उन लोगों के ऊपर में हम लोग का रिक्वेस्ट है।
लेकिन आप लोगों ने तो अभी भी सरेंडर, केएलओ ने तो अभी भी सरेंडर नहीं किया विश्वजीत।
सरेंडर नहीं किया। तो पहले जीवन सिंह ने जीवन सिंह ने स्पष्ट कर दिया, तो हम लोग सरेंडर करके पीस तो बैठने के लिए पहले सीज फायर होगा, सीज फायर करने बाद हम लोग पीस एग्रीमेंट करेगा। इसलिए जीवन सिंह का साथ अभी 9 केएलओ कैडर्स एंड लीडर्स आ गया, उन लोगों के साथ गवर्नमेंट का बात होगा, पीस ठीक होगा। आफ्टर पीस तो अगस्त पीस एग्रीमेंट का बाद उन लोगों का जो कैडर्स है अभी म्यांमार में है, कोई बांग्लादेश में है, नेपाल में है, भूटान में भी सब लोग एक साथ आके वो लोग आर्म्स ले डाउन करेगा, फॉर्मली करेगा। तो बिफोर पीस एग्रीमेंट वो लोग आर्म्स ले डाउन नहीं करेगा, वो लोग इंडिया में नहीं आएगा। तो आफ्टर पीस एकॉर्ड करने के बाद एक डेट फिक्स करेगा और उस टाइम में सारा जो कैडर्स अभी बाहर में है, जंगल में है, वो लोग आके वो लोग आर्म्स ले डाउन करेगा। और मेरे ख्याल से ये करने के बाद केलो ऑफिशियली वो लोग आ जाएगा।
विश्वजीत, और एक चीज जो जानना चाहूंगा वो ये है कि पीस टॉक्स शुरू हो चुकी है? और दूसरी बात, जब मॉन डिस्ट्रिक्ट में आप पहुंचे थे और जीवन सिंह को नागालैंड की ओर से अंदर भारतवर्ष के अंदर आए, तब आपके उनसे जब बातचीत हुआ उनका क्या कहना था? सबसे पहले उन्होंने क्या कहा आपको? और दूसरी बात, ये पीस टॉक्स कब शुरू होने वाले, अग्रीमेंट कब साइन होने वाला है?
नहीं, मैं लास्ट 12 जनवरी से शाम को मैं बात किया था। वो बोला कि मैं आ रहा हूँ, आने के लिए कौन जाएगा कौन नहीं जाएगा सब सारा ठीक हो गया। फिर 2 दिन का बाद में वो म्यांमार सर के मोन डिस्ट्रिक्ट होके इंडिया में आ गया। तो उस टाइम ने हम लोग स्पष्ट करके दिया, उन लोगों को स्पष्ट करके दिया, आप आ जाओ, बात करो, सब कुछ गवर्नमेंट का, इंडिया का जो रिप्रेजेंटेटिव उनसे बात। अभी भी बात चल रहा है, अभी भी गवर्नमेंट ऑफ प्राइम मिनिस्टर ऑफिस एंड होम मिनिस्टर का ऑफिस, जो ऑफिस है उन लोगों से बात कर रहा है। और मैंने सुना है जो बंगाल का जो एमपी है, स्टेट होम मिनिस्टर है, निश्चित परमानेंट भी इस मुद्दा को सॉल्व करने के लिए प्राइम मिनिस्टर है, होम मिनिस्टर से बात कर रहा है। अभी ऑफिशियली सीजफायर नहीं हुआ, इसीलिए ओपन नहीं हुआ। तो सीजफायर एग्रीमेंट का बाद ओपन होगा, फॉर्मली गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया का साथ बातचीत होगा। अभी सीजफायर नहीं हुआ, इसीलिए फॉर्मली ओपनली बात नहीं हो रहा है, ओपनली ऑफिशियल टॉक नहीं रहा है। तो अभी रिसेंटली विदिन 2-3 डेज गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एंड जीवन सिंह का साथ एक पीस एग्रीमेंट सीजफायर होगा। सीजफायर करने के बाद ऑफिशियली जो टॉक होगा वो टॉक शुरू होगा।
और एक चीज जो जानना चाहूंगा कि ये जो पीस टॉक्स की बात कर रहे हैं, क्या ऐसा हो सकता है कि जीवन सिंह जो डिमांड कर रहे थे, सेपरेट स्टेट की जो डिमांड कर रहे थे, वो कहीं ना कहीं वो डिमांड को छोड़ने के लिए तैयार है, कि वो अभी भी वो डिमांड रखेंगे कि सॉवरेन स्टेट हो, कामतापुर बने, इसकी जो मांग है वो अभी भी मांग रखना चाहेंगे? वो
डेफिनेटली वो इसीलिए आ गया, उनका अभी भी वो एडा में है। 1949 का जो मर्जर एग्रीमेंट है उनको मुताबिक ये स्टेट जो डिमांड है रिफॉर्मेशन करना है, वो डिमांड सर के वो कुछ बात नहीं कर रहा है। अभी हम लोग इसीलिए सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट का ऊपर में ध्यान दे रहा है। वो लोग हम लोग का जो जस्टिस है, लॉन्ग स्टैंडिंग जो हम लोग का डिमांड है, आई थिंक ये सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट खुद वो लोग मालूम है कैसे हो गया, कैसे था। तो मेरे लिए ये जो जीवन सिंह का जो मेन डिमांड, सेपरेट स्टेट डिमांड, वो मुद्दा लेके गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया विदिन शॉर्ट टाइम ये सॉल्व करेगा। जीवन सिंह इस डिमांड का छोड़ के कोई अभी एक्सेप्ट करने के लिए राजी नहीं है। इवन यूनियन टेरिटरी भी वो नहीं चाह रहा कि यूनियन टेरिटरी नहीं चाहिए, हम लोग को फुल प्लेजर स्टेट चाहिए।
In a big embarrassment for Vadra Congress today, after Vadra Congress asked Saboot on surgical strikes, Digvijaya Singh, on being confronted, made a U-turn, saying that it has greatest regards for the armed forces.
पार्टी ने किनारा कर लिया, पर क्या कायम है आप अपने बयान पर?
Statement, how it can be not?
The comments made are the comments by the opposition. I have got the greatest regard and respect for our defense forces, and I hold them in highest esteem.
But NI has already presented a charge sheet.
No end to Bengaluru civic apathy in yet another incident. A Bescom worker lost his life after suffering electric shock while repairing a transformer in Bengaluru. Days after the centre blocked airing of BBC documentary on Prime Minister Modi, a complaint was filed over the screening of the controversial series at the University of Hyderabad campus. Former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee transformed India's relationship with the US and Russia. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar at the 3rd edition of Atal Bihari Vajpayee Memorial Lecture, saying, and I quote, Atal Bihari Vajpayee transformed India's ties with US-Russia. Himachal Pradesh Chief Minister Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu attacked former Chief Minister Jairam Thakur over his allegations regarding state borrowings. Addressing the media, the Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh said that I do not want to get into needless political blame game.
हिमाचल के लोगों पर 75,000 करोड़ का कर्ज, 11,000 करोड़ के सरकारी कर्मचारी और अधिकारियों को 6th पे कमिश्नर का एरियर और 992 करोड़ डीए का एरियर जयराम सरकार जो हम पर छोड़कर गई है और 900 संस्थान 6 महीने में खोले जिन पर खर्चा तकरीबन 5,000 करोड़ रुपया आना था, ये छोड़ कर गई है। ऐसी कौन सी दिव्य शक्ति जयराम जी में प्रवेश होगी कि 4.5 साल तक तो संस्थान खोले नहीं, तो लास्ट के 6 महीनों में संस्थान खोल दिए।
Republic 48.3%, 374% more viewership than News 18 in super prime time. Content supremacy has destroyed the landing experiment. Republic TV, voice of the people.
A lot of preparations have been before the.
There will be no election for mayor today also, because we have seen what has happened and what was witnessed on 6th of January. Let me ask my video journalist Hitesh to once give you the sense. I'm still reporting from the Civic Center where this session was going on. You can see Atish there. And let me also tell you, if we talk about this particular situation, so these are the councillor of Aam Aadmi Party. The BJP councillors have already walked out, and this has been declared by the speaker that there will be no election for mayor today also. So it was what we have seen is the oath ceremony. The oath ceremony first happened of the nominated member, and then it was the elected member. So all has taken the oath today, but later when it was the time to go for the mayor election, and it was declared, it was announced by the speaker, let me tell you, when it was the time for the mayor election, we have seen the ruckus, we have seen the sloggering, and after that only this was announced by the speaker. Once is one adjourned, and twice rather I should tell you, it was adjourned.
In a big embarrassment for Vadra Congress today, after Vadra Congress asked Saboot on surgical strikes, Digvijaya Singh, on being confronted, made a U-turn, saying that it has greatest regards for the armed forces.
पार्टी ने किनारा कर लिया, पर क्या कायम है आप अपने बयान पर?
Statement, how it can be wrong? The comments made are the comments by the opposition. I have got the greatest regard and respect for our defense forces, and I hold them in highest esteem.
But NI has already presented a charge sheet.
No end to Bengaluru civic apathy in yet another incident. A BESCOM worker lost his life after suffering electric shock while repairing a transformer in Bengaluru. Days after the centre blocked airing of BBC documentary on Prime Minister Modi, a complaint was filed over the screening of the controversial series at the University of Hyderabad campus. Former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee transformed India's relationship with the US and Russia. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar at the third edition of Atal Bihari Vajpayee Memorial Lecture, saying, and I quote, Atal Bihari Vajpayee transformed India's ties with US-Russia. Himachal Pradesh Chief Minister Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu attacked former Chief Minister Jairam Thakur over his allegations regarding state borrowings. Addressing the media, the Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh said that I do not want to get into needless political blame game.
हिमाचल के लोगों पर 75,000 करोड़ का कर्ज, 11,000 करोड़ के सरकारी कर्मचारी और अधिकारियों को 6th पे कमिश्नर का एरियर और 992 करोड़ डीए का एरियर जयराम सरकार जो हम पर छोड़कर गई है और 900 संस्थान 6 महीने में खोले जिन पर खर्चा तकरीबन 5,000 करोड़ रुपया आना था, ये छोड़ कर गई है। ऐसी कौन सी दिव्य शक्ति जयराम जी में प्रवेश होगी कि 4.5 साल तक तो संस्थान खोले नहीं, तो लास्ट के 6 महीनों में संस्थान खोल दिए।
Republic 48.3%. 374% more viewership than News 18 in super prime time. Content supremacy has destroyed the landing experiment. Republic TV, voice of the people.
A lot of preparations have been before the Republic Day parade.
From insults to forces to anti-India position, Sabut Gang Yatra finds itself in a complete mess. No apology yet from Vadra Congress despite nationwide outrage. Mahesh Jetmalani fires big charge, alleges Jairam Ramesh's China links. BBC documentary controversy reaches campus, screened at multiple campuses despite ban. Kamtapur Liberation Organization interlocutor speaks to Republic, gives hints that peace accord could be signed soon. Renowned Indian architect Balkrishna Vittal Das, credited with designing some of the most iconic structures in the country, passes away at 95. Good evening. You're watching live and breaking at 6:30. I'm Suesha Sound, and we begin this edition with some breaking news that is coming in. It is a big charge that is levelled by Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, who said that the Mahavikas Aghadi government had given quote-unquote supari to arrest him. We also have a statement on this. Let's listen in.
असं आहे की हे मी अतिशय सत्य सांगितलेलं आहे. महाविकास आघाडीच्या काळामध्ये हा पूर्ण प्रयत्न त्यांचा होता की कशाही प्रकारे माझ्यावर गुन्हा दाखल झाला पाहिजे, मी अरेस्ट झालो पाहिजे, आणि याची सगळी शब्द योग्य आहे की नाही मला माहित नाही, पण सुपारी ही तत्कालीन मुंबईचे पोलीस कमिशनर श्रीमान संजय पांडे यांना देण्यात आली होती. त्या संदर्भात अनेक प्रयत्न त्यांनी आणि काही लोकांनी करून पाहिले, परंतु ते यशस्वी झाले नाहीत. आणि मला असं वाटतं की या संदर्भातली काही माहिती हे आमच्या सीएम साहेबांना देखील आहेत, त्यामुळे त्यातली काही फर्स्ट हँड इन्फॉर्मेशन ही त्यांच्याजवळ देखील.
Alisha now joins us live on the broadcast. Alisha, that's a big charge that is levelled by Devendra Fadnavis against the Mahavikas Aghadi, as much as there have been several allegations of this nature against how there was gross misuse of power by the Mahavikas Aghadi government. Devendra Fadnavis saying that supari was given to have him arrested.
Yes, Suesha, it's a very big allegation that has been rebelled by Maharashtra Home Minister and Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, clearly mentioning when Mahavikas Aghadi was in government, there was a full attempt that was made for whether the fact it was case that was fake case that was registered against him, and also there was a supari that was given to former Mumbai Police Commissioner Sanjay Pandey, and it was all attempt that was made to make him arrest.
Alisha, please stay on with us. Sudhir Mungantiwar is with us on the phone line, and please put forth your questions also as we talk to him. First up, this big charge that has been levelled by Devendra Fadnavis. Supari was given to have him arrested. What is the inside story? What more can you share with us?
नहीं, बात सही है. जब उनको संजय पांडे जी ने 161 का नोटिस दिया था और पहले तो बीकेसी के पुलिस स्टेशन में बुलाया था, एक्स सीएम को सही तो जानकारी के लिए बीकेसी पुलिस स्टेशन में बुलाना यही औचित्य भंग था। उसके बाद शायद उनपे ये दबाव और प्रभाव जनता का और मीडिया का आया कि एक्स सीएम को आप बीकेसी पुलिस स्टेशन में बुला रहे हो। उसके बाद संजय पांडे जी ने उनके घर सागर पर जाकर ऐसे ऐसे प्रश्न पूछे कि 161 के नोटिस में जो विषय नहीं थे ऐसे भी विषयों पे प्रश्न पूछकर कोई तो भी षड्यंत्र चक्रव्यूह वो बना रहे, ऐसा वातावरण था। उसके 3 दिन के बाद जब हमारी कोर टीम की मीटिंग हुई, उस कोर टीम में हमने प्रश्न पूछा देवेंद्र जी को कि आपके साथ में 161 नोटिस के बाद आपके घर पे आकर जो पूछा गया, क्या पूछा गया? उन्होंने तो मुझे हमको सबको बताया, जो कोर टीम के हम 7-8 सदस्य थे, कि कुछ तो भी गड़बड़ उनकी हमारे नजर में आ रही है। और उसके पहले भी आपने देखा कि पिछली सरकार षड्यंत्र में नंबर 1 थी। वो चाहे कंगना रनावत जी का हो, अर्नव गोस्वामी की एक पुरानी केस निकाल के उनको दिवाली के समय अरेस्ट कर लिया। नारायण राव राणे जी, ऐसा ही कोई एक भाष्य है जिस भाष्य में 505 2 लगा दिया। एक शब्द ऐसा कि जिस शब्द पे 505 2 कभी लग नहीं सकती। नीतेश राणे आमदार थे, उनको अरेस्ट कर दिया। नवनीत राणा जी ने बताया कि मैं हनुमान चालीसा घर पे नहीं पढ़, आपके घर के सामने नहीं आऊंगी, फिर भी पकड़ दिया। नेवी रिटायर्ड ऑफिसर थे, उन्होंने एक कमेंट की, नेवी के बड़े ऑफिसर थे, राष्ट्रभक्त देशभक्त अधिकारी, उन्होंने सिर्फ एक कमेंट की तो उनको जाके बहुत ज्यादा मारा गया। तो ये पिछली जो सरकार थी, ये सूढ़ चक्र से काम करने वाली सरकार थी। और इसमें आखिरी में अहंकार में इतने गए थे कि उन्होंने देवेंद्र जी को हाथ लगाने की कोशिश की थी। मगर जो कुछ पुलिस अधिकारी अभी जो बताते हैं, उनपे संजय पांडे ने बहुत दबाव डाला था। संजय पांडे उनको कह रहा था कि
सुधीर जी, अलीशा बोल रही हूँ, आपसे ये जानेंगे क्योंकि एक सीरियस एलिगेशंस और खासतौर पर देवेंद्र फडणवीस ये कह रहे हैं कि कई ऐसे अटेम्प्ट उनके पार किए गए थे, कई ऐसे फेक केसेस उनके ऊपर किए गए थे और एक सुपारी कहीं ना कहीं पर संजय पांडे को दी गई थी। हम जानते हैं संजय पांडे जो कि ईडी के केस में गिरफ्तार भी हुए थे, लेकिन इस ऑफिसर पर कहीं ना कहीं एक दबाव जो है वो महाविकास अघाड़ी पर रखा गया था और खासतौर पर ये पूरी अटेम्प्ट की गई थी कि देवेंद्र फडणवीस जो है वो अरेस्ट हो।
एकदम सही बात है। संजय पांडे का कोई देवेंद्र जी से कोई दुश्मनी तो थी नहीं। संजय पांडे जी को चलाने वाले हाथ अलग थे। वो हाथ किसके थे, ये तो अभी इंक्वायरी जब लगेगी। हम भी मांग करने वाले हैं माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी से कि देवेंद्र जी ने कही हुई बात के बारे में इंक्वायरी करके हमने आगे जाना ही चाहिए। क्योंकि किसके ब्रेन की ये उपज थी, ये सुपीक बुद्धि से किसकी नापिक कल्पना थी, हमें तो सोचना चाहिए ना। अगर ऐसे काम करने वाले नेता, इनका नकाब फाड़ने की आवश्यकता है। इनका नकाब अगर नहीं फाड़ेंगे तो ये लोग ऐसा ही काम आगे भी करते रहेंगे।
बिल्कुल। और क्या इस पर कोई रिस्पॉन्स आएगा महाविकास अघाड़ी या ठाकरे से, हम उसका इंतजार करेंगे। सुधीर मुंगंटीवार, many thanks for speaking to Republic this evening. We are now cutting across to more breaking news coming in. These are a fresh set of tweets that have been put out by Digvijaya Singh, who is in the ire of controversy over his insult to the armed forces. The tweets that read, and I quote, "I have held our armed forces in highest esteem. 2 of my sisters were married to naval officers. There is no question of my asking questions to defense officials. My questions are to the Modi government. Question number 1, who is responsible for the unpardonable intelligence failure when 40 CRPF personnel were martyred? From where the terrorists could source 300 kgs of RDX? Why was the request by CRPF to airlift the CRPF personnel denied? Why was Devinder Singh, Deputy SP who hails from Pulwama, after being captured by Jammu and Kashmir police with terrorists, let off? Question number 5, Pulwama is one of the most terrorist infested locations. Why was the area and vehicle not checked and sanitized? These are my valid questions to the Modi government. Don't I, as a responsible citizen, have the right to know facts? Who has been punished for the serious lapse? In any other country, the Home Minister would have been made to resign." So this is a fresh set of tweets that have come in from Digvijaya Singh after the party has completely isolated itself from the line that was taken by the senior Congress leader, and no apology that has come in yet. Evasive on whether the Congress will take any action against Digvijaya Singh. Remember, Republic had confronted Jairam Thakur. Now, a fresh set of tweets that have been put out by Digvijaya Singh. Abhishek Kapoor, Senior Executive Editor, with us on the broadcast. Abhishek, obviously, he has had to face a lot of criticism, not just from the armed forces, not just from the entire country, but from his own party over what he had said yesterday. And now he is trying to camouflage those words and the statements made earlier, making it look like these are valid questions. He asks the ruling government, which of course he is very much well within his right, but still no apology of the insult to our armed forces. And if he's really tweaking his statement now, or what he said is what he really meant, is for the viewers to deduce.
Well, if anything, Suesha, Digvijay Singh is essentially trying to wriggle out of the mess he created for himself effectively with the comments he made. And he sort of still, till the time that Jairam Ramesh distanced himself, Congress party from him and his comments, thought he could still brazen it out. And that was as late as today morning. It's only when Rahul Gandhi has spoken very clearly that it seems Digvijay Singh realized that he might have bitten more than he can chew. Rahul Gandhi, of course, has his own share of attacks on the Congress party, on the Indian army. But what is important is that after the comments made by Rahul Gandhi, Digvijay Singh perhaps realized that he has to now make a U-turn. Now, you can't make a U-turn when you are driving at 100 km per hour. That's why this tweak in his statement, oh, my sisters are married to Navy officers, and I have never intended to insult the army and the armed forces. I respect them. But then I can still ask questions of the government. Now, all these questions that come out of his tweets have been answered ad nauseum by the government, by the agencies, by the armed forces. Now, you see, in intelligence operations, there are always grey areas. He is doing a very dangerous act of helping the enemy by pulling in some information from here and there, which could have been part of some other operation, and then trying to sort of impose it on Pulwama. That's exactly what the enemy propaganda was. That's exactly what Pakistan wanted. And Digvijay Singh is effectively shooting himself in the foot again within 24 hours after having made that statement, questioning Pulwama, questioning surgical strikes, questioning the government, and of course by extension questioning the armed forces and their valor. Now that he finds himself cornered, not by the pressure of public opinion, but by the statement that came in from Rahul Gandhi, perhaps because he knows his job hangs there. And that's why I think this sort of very soft tweaking of his two statements. Remember, it cannot be a change of heart when he was sort of still trying to brazen it out after Jairam Ramesh distanced the Congress party from these comments and said that these must be the personal opinion, or this must be the personal opinion of Digvijay Singh. And now, of course, he's sort of trying to justify his comments, say that, oh, I respect the armed forces, but I am trying to ask questions of the government which have been asked and which are questions that can really play into the hands of the enemy. And Digvijay Singh, being the senior leader that he is, senior public figure that he is, thrice Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, a veteran of the Congress party, he's someone who's in the initial days was the guru of Rahul Gandhi and now has to backtrack because Rahul Gandhi, though, as I said, has his own share of blame when it comes to taking pot shots at the armed forces. The latest or the last round being when that video came of clash between Indian soldiers and the Chinese and the comment that Rahul Gandhi made that pitai ho rahi hai. So obviously Digvijay Singh there now, I think, doing a bit of an about turn, but it's a little too late. He has repeated his comments, and I think the pressure of public opinion is still going to be on him. Suesha.
Oh yes, absolutely. Very many errors made on that front, and this certainly can't be the face saver that Digvijaya Singh is now attempting at. We'll track this story very, very closely. Abhishek, for the moment, thank you for joining us.
Madras Congress refuses to act on Digvijaya Singh. Yatra flops with a position on national security. Bharat Jodo Yatra or Bharat Todo Yatra, debating tonight, 9 p.m.
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates. IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University.
In a big embarrassment for Vadra Congress, a day after Vadra Congress asked Sabut on surgical strikes, Digvijaya Singh, on being confronted, made a U-turn, saying that it has greatest regards for the armed forces.
The comments made are the comments by the opposition. I have got the greatest regard and respect for our defense forces, and I hold them in highest esteem.
But NI has already presented a charge sheet.
No end to Bengaluru civic apathy in yet another incident. A BESCOM worker lost his life after suffering electric shock while repairing a transformer in Bengaluru. Days after the centre blocked airing of BBC documentary on Prime Minister Modi, a complaint was filed over the screening of the controversial series at the University of Hyderabad campus. Former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee transformed India's relationship with the US and Russia. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar at the 3rd edition of Atal Bihari Vajpayee Memorial Lecture, saying, and I quote, Atal Bihari Vajpayee transformed India's ties with US-Russia. Himachal Pradesh Chief Minister Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu attacked former Chief Minister Jairam Thakur over his allegations regarding state borrowings. Addressing the media, the Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh said that I do not want to get into needless political blame game.
हिमाचल के लोगों पर 75,000 करोड़ का कर्ज, 11,000 करोड़ के सरकारी कर्मचारी और अधिकारियों को 6th पे कमिश्नर का एरियर और 992 करोड़ डीए का एरियर जयराम सरकार जो हम पर छोड़ कर गई है, और 900 संस्थान 6 महीने में खोले जिन पर खर्चा तकरीबन 5,000 करोड़ रुपया आना था, ये छोड़ कर गई है। ऐसी कौन सी दिव्य शक्ति जयराम जी में प्रवेश होगी कि 4.5 साल तक तो संस्थान खोले नहीं, लास्ट के 6 महीनों में संस्थान खोल दिए।
And we are cutting across to live pictures coming in from Thiruvananthapuram, where BJP workers are staging protests. They marched to Pujapura, where DFYI was screening the BBC documentary, and the police is now using water cannons to stop the protesters from crossing the barricades. There is massive anger over how rules are not being followed, especially how the government has imposed a ban on the screening of that BBC documentary. And despite that, we know of how it is being screened in Thiruvananthapuram and Hyderabad, 2 educational institutions where the controversial BBC documentary was screened, and now BJP staging these protests where they are demanding that the film not be screened. And to stop these protests, the police is now using water cannons. Those very dramatic pictures on your screens. As you had earlier also heard from the ABVP, who said that the student groups who were acting against the ban were motivated groups of colonial mindset, and there was a very reason that they were purposely provoking. And now this is the latest, what is happening in Thiruvananthapuram after the screening of that BBC documentary, where the police is now using water cannons to stop the protesters. Remember, these are live pictures coming in from Thiruvananthapuram, where the BJP is staging protests.
During this night time, that we are going to block the telecast of this documentary, which is against our country. But the government and the police is totally supporting the illegal activities done by DYF and CPM activists. The police were using water cans and other things and lathi charge the persons, and we are strongly protesting against this illegal activity.
How many workers injured?
I think that more than 16 were arrested from the Manaviyam Vidhi, where International Congress tried to telecast this movie, and here so many persons were injured due to the usage of water cannons. I am going to admit them in the hospital.
And there you hear loud sloganeering as BJP workers are staging these protests. We don't know if some of them are also being detained. Waiting for a confirmation on that from Ashwin. But they're certainly being stopped from staging these protests, and the police using water cannons. Ashwin, I believe you're with us on the broadcast, and some very dramatic visuals coming in from Thiruvananthapuram, where BJP is categoric as to why this film is being screened, and a crackdown on them, stopping them from protesting on this.
Well, absolutely. Today, what the BJP state leadership has in fact done is that the state BJP president, in fact, has given a letter to the chief minister stating any kind of screening of this particular controversial documentary by a foreign country must not be played without any due diligence, and it can cause any kind of a bad situation on the ground. And despite that, there has been several such provocatory statements that has been made in form of a protest, where we have seen in the law college in Thiruvananthapuram, for instance, about 150 people have seen this documentary. The students have seen the law college in Ernakulam, in Kochi also. They have screened it. The pirated version of the movie was shown. Now, since this particular incident, the DYFI has organized a public broadcasting, again using the pirated version of this particular documentary and showing it to public. And then the Yuva Morcha and the BJP had in fact categorically stated they will not allow the screening to take place. Now this was stopped. There was a commotion that happened. This was stopped by the police, and the water cannons have also been extensively being used against these protesters for this. And the BJP has been in fact stating very categorically that they will not allow this screening to take place. And what they have stated is that the SIT has given clean chit. The Nanavati Commission has given clean chit. It's been 20 years. All the commission, all the inquiry in this particular case has already been done. But what is the reason why the BBC, which is known to always put India in a very bad light, when they have come up with this documentary, if it is nothing less than a propaganda? So clearly the BJP has shown its strength today. It has also very categorically stated that any such move by the government to allow such screening to take place will not be allowed. And as a result, the government, the police and the law enforcement has put a hold on the activists, and the water cannons have been used as the protest even turned violent.
But Ashwin, clearly these student groups have been defiant. In fact, in Hyderabad, when our colleague Aneri tried to question them and put out their point of view as to why they were doing this, they blocked Republic. And it is really an agenda that they're going after. Ashwin.
Yeah, well, in fact, when I did speak to the SFI representative in college, in the Thiruvananthapuram Law College, in fact, he had spoken to Republic as well. And in that, he has stated that he will, for the students, for their saying this is a kind of a censorship, they will not allow any censorship to take place. So when we particularly questioned about whether they will show any kind of genocide in the state, in the way they are saying there's a genocide, will they show the Kashmir genocide? For that, they were dilly-dallying. So clearly, the entire students' movement in Kerala, be the left or of the Congress, has taken a huge political turn in this. In fact, they have used this particular BBC documentary as a tool to project the Prime Minister of the country in a bad light. And there was, for a long time, they were waiting for something like this, is what the most BJP workers I have spoken to have stated. They said the statementship of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, especially at the time when India is also holding the presidency of the G20, the way he has handled COVID crisis, it has definitely brought him fame. And this is the reason that the opposition, in fact, is trying to malign the entire image by bringing in a foreign entity with one documentary. And that is the reason why BJP is saying there is a larger agenda to it. The state BJP leadership have very clearly stated this is a larger agenda to defame the BJP and this leadership, and especially Prime Minister Narendra Modi, by raking in an issue which has already been settled, and also stating that this can cause divisiveness among the various communities in the state of Kerala.
And that exactly is the question, Ashwin, as to who is provoking using this BBC docu-series. It's blocked in India, the lobby is still screening it, and a certain section that is celebrating this BBC docu-series. That is exactly what Ornav will be debating tonight at 10:30. Thank you, Ashwin, for the moment. Let's put out details for our viewers.
Blocked in India, but the lobby screens the film. Why is the Tukade gang celebrating the BBC documentary? Who's provoking using the BBC docu-series? Debating tonight at 10:30 p.m.
आग को फैलने से रोकना मुश्किल है, पर नामुमकिन नहीं। अब फायरवॉल टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम आग से बचाए।
In a big embarrassment for Vadra Congress, a day after Vadra Congress asked Sabut on surgical strikes, Digvijaya Singh, on being confronted, made a U-turn, saying that it has greatest regards for the armed forces.
पार्टी ने किनारा कर लिया, पर क्या कायम है आप अपने बयान पर?
Statement, how it can be wrong? The comments made are comments by the opposition. I have got the greatest regard and respect for our defense forces, and I hold them in highest esteem.
But NI has already presented a charge sheet.
No end to Bengaluru civic apathy in yet another incident. A BESCOM worker lost his life after suffering electric shock while repairing a transformer in Bengaluru. Days after the centre blocked airing of BBC documentary on Prime Minister Modi, a complaint was filed over the screening of the controversial series at the University of Hyderabad campus. Former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee transformed India's relationship with the US and Russia. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar at the third edition of Atal Bihari Vajpayee Memorial Lecture, saying, and I quote, Atal Bihari Vajpayee transformed India's ties with US-Russia. Himachal Pradesh Chief Minister Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu attacked former Chief Minister Jairam Thakur over his allegations regarding state borrowings. Addressing the media, the Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh said that I do not want to get into needless political blame game.
हिमाचल के लोगों पर 75,000 करोड़ का कर्ज, 11,000 करोड़ के सरकारी कर्मचारी और अधिकारियों को 6th पे कमिश्नर का एरियर और 992 करोड़ डीए का एरियर जयराम सरकार जो हम पर छोड़ कर गई है, और 900 संस्थान 6 महीने में खोले, जिन पर खर्चा तकरीबन 5,000 करोड़ रुपया आना था। ये छोड़ कर गई है। ऐसी कौन सी दिव्य शक्ति जयराम जी में प्रवेश होगी कि 4.5 साल तक तो संस्थान खोले नहीं, और लास्ट के 6 महीनों में संस्थान खोल दिए।
Republic 48.3%, 374% more viewership than News 18 in super prime time. Content supremacy has destroyed the landing experiment. Republic TV, voice of the people.
A lot of preparations have been before the Republic Day parade.
Thank you for joining us on the biggest story tonight, ladies and gentlemen. A story broken by Republic TV, and if there's one channel that's put forces first, put nation first, and question these irresponsible comments made by politicians each time they dare to question our forces or ask for saboot or proof, it's been Republic TV. People like Digvijaya Singh are a disgrace because they question our forces not once, not twice. They've been doing it for many years now, in fact since 2016, and that's why when we started this story, when we broke this story yesterday, we knew it was time to question them, and today it's the biggest talking point. From their party leaders, their high command, their leadership, they're all in a fix. They haven't apologized, they're brazening it out, and that is why it continues to be our biggest story tonight. Here are the headlines. The Bharat Todo Yatra controversy has become bigger now. They're calling it Bharat Jodo. Look at the comments coming out of that, whatever you call it, a yatra, rally, YouTuber event. It's Bharat Todo, nothing else. No condemnation for what Digvijaya Singh has done. No action taken on what Digvijaya Singh has said. Serial offender Digvijaya Singh, it's maybe comment number 5 or 6 on our armed forces. And he tweets this evening again questioning the army. He's not regretting it one bit. It's the Saboot Gang Yatra, a complete political disaster in Jammu and Kashmir in the last run. On the China tilt, there's a focus on Jairam Ramesh. There's a tweet by Mahesh Jethmalani who claims he has proof. Story is getting very interesting on Jairam Ramesh's openly pro-China position taken. BJP questions Jairam Ramesh claims he was lobbying for Chinese tech. Huawei, owned, developed, run, promoted by the Communist Party, linked leaders, some from the PLA. Tukde gang pushing BBC docu-series on campuses, using children to peddle their propaganda. Thank you for joining us on the biggest story tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we tried asking the Vadra Congress some questions on whether they would pull up Digvijaya Singh, what they felt about what Digvijaya Singh said, and whether there would be action taken on a leader called Digvijaya Singh who has questioned our forces several times in the past, not once or twice, several times in the past. Instead, when our correspondent Gursimran, who was in Jammu tracking this event, asked some questions to the leader called Jairam Ramesh, we were hounded, we were chased out of their events. Not allowed to enter the Congress event. In fact, the pro-Congress channels were allowed inside. The pro-Congress lollipop questions asking, soft ball questions asking, media from Lutyens were allowed inside. We were shut out. We asked some questions. There's a sequence where Rahul Gandhi is going. We ask him a question. The car drives in. No answers given. Doors are shut on Republic TV's reporter. Yes, that's democracy. That the favorite word of the Vadra Congress, democracy. And here's how they shut down democracy in their Bharat Todo Yatra.
सर जिस तरह से दिग्विजय सिंह के
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल लर्न टू बी लिटिल डिसिप्लिन
सर पूरे अनुशासन में हम आपसे सवाल पूछ रहे हैं पूरे अनुशासन में सर सवाल हम आपसे पूछ रहे हैं
सर व्हाई आर यू रिमूविंग आवर माइक बिकॉज़ आई एम रिमूविंग इट बिकॉज़ आई वांट टू पुट इट फर्स्ट लेट टेल यू 1 सेकंड या यू जस्ट
सर हम पूरे अनुशासन में आपसे सवाल पूछ रहे हैं
आई एम नॉट आर्गुइंग विद यू आई एम जस्ट आस्किंग अ क्वेश्चन यू आर आर्गुइंग विद मी बिकॉज़ यू
सर पूरे अनुशासन में हम आपसे सवाल पूछ रहे हैं पूरे अनुशासन में सवाल पूछ रहे हैं
सभी सवाल का जवाब दूंगा यू आर जस्ट नो यू आर पुटिंग
ऐसे माइक नहीं हटा सकते सर
यू जस्ट सी
जयराम सर इस तरह से जयराम सर
यू आर पुटिंग अ माइक इनटू माय माउथ ब्रदर सर जस्ट वांट योर रिएक्शन सी
जयराम सर
डोंट ट्राई टू
इस तरह से सेना के शौर्य पर सवाल उठा देना सर और फिर आप जयराम सर प्लीज सर इस तरह से सेना के शौर्य पर सवाल उठा देना सर
दिस इज जस्ट यू पुटिंग द वर्ड्स ओनली
जयराम सर
was at quite a far distance. Mr. Jairam, will there be any action on by the party since कोई action लेगी? It was his personal.
प्लीज हो गया दीदी
Sir, if everything is fine, then why we are being barred from your briefing? Then why we are being barred?
बस इतना मैं जानना चाहूंगा
Any action you are going to take? Nobody is barred from Mr. Rahul Gandhi's briefing. Your team has just told us. Media is welcome.
It was your reaction. That's why we are asking you.
Media is welcome to cover the briefing. Sir, any notice to be issued to Digvijaya Singh now? Sir, will there be any notice issued to Digvijaya Singh?
Please sit down clear. Your question has been answered.
Sir,
You have time for PC.
Sir, we are asking, sir, any action?
कोई एक्शन लिया जाएगा
Any action on Sir Digvijaya Singh?
Please, please. Don't.
How you are going to shield him? Who is raising questions? Because you are the one who are often taking out at the government for being undemocratic in their approach, dictatorial in your approach.
Using the stage of
Sir, will there be any action on Digvijaya Singh, sir? ये तो बता दीजिए. Mr. Jairam Ramesh. Sir, we are asking questions. No one is hacking. Mr. Jairam, will there be any action on him? Sir, Mr. Jairam, you said you will answer our questions. Then
सवाल का जवाब you have an option.
Abhishek is joining me on the broadcast live. The BJP held another news conference. Not just one, they in fact held 2 news conferences today. But Abhishek, going by the defense put out by Digvijaya Singh, I mean, it's bizarre because I believe Rahul Gandhi held a news conference today where he gave sermons about democracy, did not say a word about Digvijaya Singh, rather did not condemn Digvijaya Singh, did not ask an apology from Digvijaya Singh, no action taken against Digvijaya Singh. Digvijaya Singh then tweets asking more questions to the government on Pulwama. So it's clear they're not going to pull back on this one, isn't it, Abhishek?
Niranjan, it seems Digvijaya Singh is sort of trying to wriggle himself out of the mess he has created over the last 24 hours. You said bizarre, it's really sensitive, it's dangerous because this is exactly the narrative that Pakistan wanted pushed. And it's unfortunate that a senior leader like Digvijaya Singh really plays into the hands of the enemy and does not understand the complications involved and the consequences of what he's suggesting. Intelligence, counterintelligence operations are grey area, and there's a lot of grey area in those operations. So to superimpose that Devinder Singh case onto Pulwama, that is exactly the narrative that Pakistan wanted, Niranjan, and that's how it began, in fact. So for Digvijaya Singh to be doing this is really disservice to the cause of the nation and its national security. Having said that, insofar as Digvijaya Singh backtracking a bit is concerned, Niranjan, that I don't think is under the pressure of public opinion, because it's been 24 hours and he was not budging. Even after Jairam Ramesh distanced the Congress party from the leader. But Digvijaya has sort of made some softening in his position only after Rahul Gandhi in that press conference said that he did not agree with what Digvijaya had said. So obviously, I don't think it's a change of heart. Digvijaya Singh loves to revel in controversy, so I don't think he's sort of weakening on that front. It's just that because his boss, Rahul Gandhi, has spoken something, that he seems to be sort of softening his position. It's really unfortunate that even in doing so, he has raised another one. And I think that's even more dangerous than just questioning the armed forces and their valor in having carried out the surgical strikes. Bringing in these sort of counterintelligence operations into the dialogue and to be pushing a narrative which really suits the enemy. He is not doing any service to the nation, Niranjan. And that's the unfortunate bit really coming out of those 4 tweets that he has done hurriedly now post that press conference of Rahul Gandhi. Yeah, back to you, Niranjan.
Yeah, and there was that sequence when, Gursimran even tried asking that question. Jairam Ramesh, when asked the question, says everyone is allowed, he gives this, no, media is allowed to cover the yatra. Well, we did not want to cover the yatra. We wanted to ask questions as the reporters usually do. We wanted to ask questions and the gates were shut. We were forced to be outside that event. We were not even allowed inside that location where Rahul Gandhi was taking questions from the YouTuber media, because only YouTubers are now, we are given to understand, allowed to ask questions, and friendly media of course was allowed, but we were not allowed. If I have that sequence of us asking that question to Rahul Gandhi, I can play that. But here's what the BJP also said. The BJP held 2 news conferences, Ravi Shankar Prasad speaking at least twice today, while ramping up the political pressure on the Congress party. But of course, none of it had them budging. They did not apologize. Here's what the BJP said earlier today.
राहुल गांधी पहली बार बोले हैं कि मैं सेना का सम्मान करता हूं. जो पार्टी की ओर से गंभीर सवाल उठाए गए थे, उसको उन्होंने पहली बार कहा कि हम सेना का सम्मान करते हैं. राहुल जी, दिग्विजय सिंह आपके साथ कन्याकुमारी से चल रहे हैं, तो हजारों किलोमीटर की यात्रा में आप उनको समझा नहीं पाए थे क्या? वो कोई पहली बार बोले थे क्या? और आज जब आपने ये कहा तो आपने कुछ और सवाल खड़े कर दिए. इसलिए आज इस चैप्टर का हम फाइनल हिसाब करने आए हैं. Rahul Gandhi, today the BJP is going to settle the final account with you as far as your vacillating stand on the armed forces is concerned. आज मैंने सुबह एक बात कही थी कि ये देश सेना के शहादत का सबूत नहीं मांगता, उनके बलिदान को सलाम करता है. यही भारत की परंपरा है ना. Indians don't seek proof of the heroic courage of our armed forces, but salute them. और उसका कारण भी मैंने कहा था कि देश के लिए जीते तो हम लोग सब.
Okay, this is a big breaking news coming in. Nattu nominated for the best song in the Oscars. Big breaking news coming in now. Ladies and gentlemen, big moment for Indian cinema once again. RRR making India proud. RRR is now officially in the Oscars race. That's a big breaking news update coming in. RRR, which recently won a Golden Globe, the Critics' Choice Awards, and now RRR has scripted Oscar history, has been nominated in the Oscar race. They are in the Oscar race right now. And the whole country backing Rajamouli and team to win the Oscars. RRR is in the Oscars race right now, ladies and gentlemen. That's an official update that we have now. Nattu has been nominated for the Oscars. Big moment for Indian cinema at the Oscars. Will we do it again? Will we do that again? Nattu, after winning a Golden Globe, the song that's been spoken about across the world, has got an Oscar nomination. And in a few minutes from now, few hours rather, we will get to know whether RRR wins an Oscar. Look at that, nominees for the original song on your screen right now. Applause from Tell It Like a Woman, Diane Warren, Hold My Hand from Top Gun Maverick, music by Lady Gaga and Blood Pop, Lift Me Up from Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, music by the likes of Rihanna, and Nattu Nattu from RRR, music by Keeravani. Nattu Nattu has got nominations. There are 3 Oscar nominations we are hearing. In fact, we're waiting for more details to come in. There are more Oscar nominations. But the big breaking news update right now, Rajamouli's RRR getting nominated in the Best Original Song category at the Oscars. Nominees for the Original Song Oscars making it to the shortlist on your screen right now. There are 5 songs up there. Applause from Tell It Like a Woman, Hold My Hand from Top Gun, Lift Me Up from Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Nattu Nattu from RRR. And Mugdha is joining me on the phone line, the entertainment head of republicworld.com. She's live with us right now. Mugdha, fantastic moment. What a moment for Indian cinema. This is something that we were hoping for a headline tomorrow morning. But this is great news, Mugdha. Great news.
Yes, absolutely. It's a big day for Indian cinema. You know, a lot of Indian titles have been nominated at the Oscars. Of course, we have Nattu Nattu from RRR that is, nominated under the original score. Then there is Best Documentary Feature nomination for All That Breathes. And of course, there is another nomination at the Oscars for The Elephant Whisperers, that is for the documentary short subject. So it's, of course, it's a big day for Indian cinema. 3 Indian titles have been nominated at the Oscars. The last time we saw Indian titles that were, nominated at the Oscars was in 2002 when Lagan was nominated as the best foreign feature film. So this is, of course, as you rightly said, it's a big day for Indian cinema. It's a time for celebration because the Oscars, as we all know, is a huge, it comes as a huge validation for the Indian titles and the Indian filmmakers. And Nattu Nattu, of course, we were expecting it to, bag a nomination, get a nod at the Oscars, and that's what it has received.
Well, you've been in touch with the RRR team. It's been such a dream run for them, from the Golden Globe for the song, and then the Critics' Choice Awards. And I'm not sure whether is Rajamouli back. Seems like he's there to collect all the awards and then come back once and for all, isn't it?
Yes, I'm so currently, yes, as we all know that, Nattu Nattu did bag a Golden Globe for the track, and which has been composed by Keeravani, and then later at the Critics' Choice Award it got
Mugdha, be with me.
2 awards,
Mugdha, be with me. Mugdha, be with me. I have Makarand.
Foreign film.
I have Makarand, joining us live. Makarand was he's also a part of the RRR team. And he was live on the day that they won the Golden Globe. Makarand, hi. I'm just breaking this news to you. Fantastic news that Nattu Nattu has been nominated for the Oscars. Wanted to get your reaction.
Man. My God, I just feel best is best, It just remains best everywhere all the time. Just the world is going to dance to now India's tunes, man. And that's hats off to Keeravani, hats off to Rajamouli. I mean, I'm just hats off to us, all of us. It's great. What to say? I'm just about to perform. I'm going to start my play in IIT Mumbai, and I'm getting this news. I'm just elevated with this new force. I'm going to be performing today. My God, what to say? It is just. You know what? One just knew, and one feels that it's going to win also. So it's not only nomination, it's not going to stop there.
Well, I hope the play that you're going to perform is something which keeps you in a very happy mood. This is fantastic news. Makarand, my colleague Mugdha is also here.
Great news.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, who's there?
My colleague Mugdha is here. Mugdha, you want to ask him a question? Go ahead.
Yes, Mugdha.
So, Makarand, of course, it's thrilling, and it's exciting that Natu has been nominated for the Oscar original score. Tell us, are you in contact with any of the team members, the cast from RRR?
No, unfortunately, I'm not. To be honest, I'm not. I'm just because I've just finished my theatre festival yesterday, so I'm just completely yet today another show. So I'm still connected with my own theatre activity. But I'm sure now I should be getting in touch with.
And how do you plan on celebrating it? How do you plan on celebrating this huge news?
You know what? I'm going to be breaking the news in my performance, and thanks to you. I'm going to be breaking this news in IIT Mumbai here. And that's how, and I'm performing, you know what? I'm performing Gandhi. So that's another something which is, you know. And we're just there, yeah. I think scintillating, there is nomination.
Also tell us, how will this give like a boost to Indian cinema?
I think that they used to always love our song and dance, but it's no more limited to song, dance. It's about story. It's about the impact. We have our superheroes, and the superheroes can be the freedom fighters, and that's what the story is. It's elevated, and now they know that we can have. I just saw that conversation between James Cameron and Rajamouli. And what James Cameron spoke about the film, and then he told him, that if you are thinking of making a film, yeah, let's meet. I mean, that's I think the level of impact which is on somebody like who's made Avatar. I think if you get the best critic choice award, I think everybody wants to watch now the Indian cinema.
And it's also a huge win for originality.
Absolutely. You said it. And I think that's what, we should just trust our stories in our land. Just keep reading what you have already written, and just have imagination on this, and then make stories. Don't forget that we had made Teesri Kasam, which was a hit film, which was based on Panishwarnath Renu. All the masterpieces are happened on the stories, which is literature which we have. So we don't need to, as a Bollywood or an Indian film, to look at Hollywood. I think now Hollywood is looking at us.
I have some more news for you, Makarand and Mugdha. I'm just being told that Oscars nomination. Elephant Whisperers from India, Kartiki Gonzalez and Guneet Monga. That's breaking news coming in. It's not just RRR.
My God.
There's another Indian nomination. Oscars nominees for documentary feature film. All That Breathes.
Wow.
Shaunak Sen, Aman Man and Teddy Leifer. So there are 3 nominations from India. Fantastic. 3 nominations, not just one, but 3, Makarand.
3 cheers, man. 3 cheers. India is right there. I mean, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable or believable? Let's make everything believable. It's superb. Outstanding.
Superb.
Now, I need to go for my show.
Okay, Makarand, all the best. You have a fantastic show. You have a fantastic show, and smile a lot. Not sure whether your character allows you to do that on stage, but do that today. Do that today, Makarand. Thank you for joining us. Okay, Mugdha, fantastic. Just getting in more news of more nominations from India, Mugdha.
Some amazing news there. All That Breathes and the Elephant Whisperers being shortlisted for documentary feature film, and
there are 3 nominations so far. Are there more?
Yes, of course, it's a huge day for. No, the 4 Indian titles that were in the race for the Oscars were The Elephant Whisperers, All That Breathes, RRR, and of course Cello Show, which was India's official entry to the Oscars. We are still waiting for the nominations for the Best Foreign Language Film to come in. So there's another opportunity there that we're waiting for.
Yeah, okay. So that's have we had so many nominations in the official Oscars race before? I'm not sure whether we've had so many. Have we had so many before?
No, no, Niranjan. So the last time that any Indian film was nominated was in 2002, which was Amir Khan's starrer Lagan, directed by Ashutosh Gowarkar, and the two other Indian films that have been nominated at the Oscars are Mother India and Salaam Bombay. Other than these films, never have any Indian films been nominated at the Oscars before. So of course, this is a huge year for Indian cinema, a big win, we would say, of original Indian cinema at the Oscars. It's an amazing day, a day for celebration for India, of course.
Yeah. Well, A.R. Rahman is, he's done India proud at the Academy Awards. He's won 2 awards in 2009, was nominated in 2011. And this is a fantastic news for Indian cinema. RRR, and we've just been looking at the headlines. Twinkle Sharma is joining us, also part of Team RRR. Twinkle, hi, good evening. Can you hear me, Twinkle?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hi.
Hi, getting in some fantastic news that RRR is officially in the Oscars race. We wanted to get your reaction on Republic first.
Oh my God. This is a big day for Indian cinema. I can see, this is a big day for everyone because Oscar is a big thing and I am in that movie. I seriously can't believe it right now. Oh my God, I'm so happy. Congratulations to whole RRR team and Rajamouli sir and everyone because just because of them we got Oscar. Our movie got Oscar. Oh my God, I can't believe it.
Yeah, you know what? I also have one of your colleagues who acted with you at RRR joining us on the broadcast right now. Let me see if I have him. Edward Sonnenblick. Edward, are you there? Edward, good evening.
Hi, hello, can you hear me?
Fantastic news, Edward, coming in that RRR is officially now nominated for the Oscars. We don't have a doubt. But what do you think, Edward? Are we going to get it?
Get what? We got the nomination. From here on out, I think there's no looking back. Whatever happens, it's a new era for Indian cinema. I think people around the world, and especially including Hollywood, are shaken up suitably by the success of the whole, this film, and they're going to start looking at India's cinema in a whole new way.
Yeah, and looking at the headlines coming out of. Well, what do I say? Headlines coming out of, most of the RRR headlines are coming out of the West, from America. Fantastic last 1 month it's been for the entire team at RRR, isn't it?
Yeah, the love. I don't think any of us, we all knew we were doing something amazing and it was going to get a lot of recognition, but I don't know if anybody expected this kind of success and just the fact that Hollywood and the whole world have just embrace the film and its energy and its, it's pure joy. So it's, like I said, I think there's no looking back now.
Yeah, my colleague Mugda is also here. She has a couple of questions. Mugda is our entertainment editor. Mugda, Edward is on the show right now if you want to ask him a couple of questions.
Hi, Edward. Many congratulations. It's huge news.
Yeah.
So, tell us, were you expecting this, we all were expecting it, but at your end, were you expecting this RRR to, be nominated as under the best original score at the Oscars?
Yeah, I'm not surprised at this point, considering how successful the buzz has been and the Golden Globe, win and everything. I think this is not a huge surprise, but it doesn't make it any less
Where
wonderful.
Are you right now, Edward? Edward, where are you? Are you with the crew? Where are you?
I'm on location. I'm shooting a film in Tamil Nadu right now.
Oh man, and where are you going to be tomorrow? You're going to be right there. How do you plan to celebrate if it happens tomorrow, Edward? Oh, it's already there, but how are you going to celebrate tomorrow?
Yeah.
I think I have a day off actually from the shoot I'm on. I don't know. I'm just gonna work on my not do steps.
Yeah, and is the crew together? Where is Rajamouli? Where is Mr. Rajamouli? Where is Junior NTR? Where is Ramchandra? Are they together?
I don't know where anybody is right now, but I think we're all feeling connected, at some level in our hearts. And it was great hearing Twinkle's voice just before I came on, so congratulations to her and everybody else.
Let's see if she's there. Let me get a word from her. It'll be nice to have both of you. Twinkle, are you there? Twinkle? Okay, I think I lost the line. But let me ask you something. You've acted in this movie. How is it different? How is it different? What is it about RRR that makes it so great?
I think it's the Rajamouli effect. When he's at the helm, there's just very little tension about whether or not what we're doing is going to come out well. He's in total control. He's got an amazing vision, and the atmosphere on the set when you're shooting with him and his team is it's something different going on. It's something very peaceful compared to most film shoots that I've done. I've been doing this in India now, as an actor for 15 years, and it was quite exceptional. Just the level of professionalism and the level of control that he exerts, but in a very loving way.
We just had that tweet that was put out officially, Mugdha, by Team RRR. That's the tweet. They've just put it out a few seconds ago saying we created history. Proud and privileged to share that Natu Natu has been nominated for Best Original Song in the 95th Academy Awards. One of the biggest debates we've been having, Edward, is how original cinema, when you, and you work with Indian cinema, right? And original cinema is something that the world has taken time to notice, observe, soak in and appreciate. Do you think that going forward, do you think there's a lot more for Indian movies on the global stage?
Yeah, absolutely. My journey to India started when I first saw the movie Lagan, which made it to the Oscars as a nominee for Best International Film. That film blew me away. It introduced me to Bollywood, and it started my journey. I got obsessed with Indian films after that, and ended up, as an actor here in India. That was 15 years ago that I came here to do that. And since then, I don't know, I haven't seen a lot of buzz like this at all, coming from, from Hollywood towards this kind of love coming towards Indian cinema. So I think this is a new era in the dawning.
Yeah. And we believe that original cinema, there's a big debate in Indian cinema, right? We believe that original cinema, it's time that original cinema is noticed, taken note of, and it wins, not just domestically, audience-wise in the markets, but globally is getting recognized. Do you also see that trend?
Yeah, I feel that RRR's success is due to a lot of different things, but I think especially the fact that it doesn't try to be a Western film at all. It doesn't try to be like a Hollywood film. It totally owns its Indianness. I think it owns its South Indianness in particular. The level of energy, the level of emotion, and all of that is not something that people are used to seeing in places, in industries like Hollywood. Those audiences aren't used to this level of, I think, just joy and exuberance and unself-conscious kind of filmmaking, whereas, they're used to more of a self-conscious and, self-deprecating and a little more cynical kind of humor going on. That's not here, and I think people are realizing over there that they've been missing something, and this has really hit them over the head in a really good way.
Yeah, I like how you said Indianness and then said South Indianness. Fantastic. I think those are the buzzwords across India. Well said, Edward. Edward, I'll let you go at this point. But thank you very much and all the best. Look forward to catching up with you once again tomorrow. Thank you so much. All the best.
Thank you.
All the best for your shoot. Fantastic conversations, Mugdha. You look at the kind of